Jacqueline Okafor, a delectable personality, dynamic leader, highly experienced e-payment expert and industry captain, is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Cyberbyte Software Limited, a premier digital financial and bespoke payment solutions provider in Nigeria, and indeed one of the most distinguished CEOs to look up to in 2024.
For you to succeed in this aspect of business, knowledge is power. Number one, you need to understand the business, the product, the integrity of the business. A lot of research, you need to build strong relationship in the cost, of acquiring the knowledge. And in the cost of it, a lot of research. You need to do industry espionage. What is this person doing? What can you do that you will do, better? You need to get the buy-in, of the people you're dealing with. Experience, I would say it's very vital. This year will be 24 years I've been in the fintech industry. Started my career with the first fintech company called Value Card as a telephonist, funny enough. And in the course of that, I had felt interest, and I began to acquire knowledge, a lot of training personally, and opportunity came, and I moved to Intercontinental Bank and headed the POS department and was in charge of the 10 regions. So remember Intercontinental Bank with the vast branches, very big challenge, because as at then, the government hadn't yet started backing it. So it was survival of the fittest. I was quite young, but I was given that, huge portfolio to handle. So first, I decided to do training. I made them understand that if they understand, the product itself, what is it, what is in it, that it won't be very easy. I got that approval with also my group head that backed me then. And, I went around the banks, the whole, 4 regions we had, doing a lot of training, enlightenment. By the time I came back, we grew from number 10 to number 3 in the industry because they understood it. I said, look, there was a caption I used to say in the bank. I said, any of our customers that is not our merchant is a very big crime. I used to send it weekends, like a sensitization to all the staff. It's a crime if any of our customers doesn't have our POS. That means that our money is going to another bank. So it's a big crime. So people knew me. And gradually, the cashless initiative, pumps up. CBN is pushing it, FINA reports and all whatnot. And I was fortunate to be among the committee that was set up by CBN, in structuring the fees, what will be reasonable, because there was no, people were, the charges were not, unified. And they believed that the buying of people was slow. So what could we do? And so we, in a team under the leadership of Chuma Ezirim, who is presently with the head of payment in First Bank, we were in that team, and we agreed that, look, we have to reduce the price, that's the MSC charge. I worked with Intercontinental Bank for 7 years. The result was massive. Massive. Even during the takeover from Access into Access Bank, all the e-payment was still, major department that was still making money, for the company. We were supported, however. And 7 years, I got an offer to work for Verifone Inc. Verifone is the first POS deployed in Nigeria. They made me their country manager for West Africa. Another big challenging. Nobody had done it before. I've not done that before. And I love those kind of challenges. It brings out, the giant in me. Yes, And one of my selling points in the industry that people can attest to, I glory in people's weakness. I glory in my competitors' weakness and I use it to grow my own business. So what most people don't do, you don't just come, you want to launch your product, without really doing a competitive analysis of what's their strength, what's their weakness. What is it? These two, very important. The strength of this, their weakness. And then you put yourself on the third line. So what do I take from here to come up with my, verse? When I joined them value card, the major problem was, one, there was no after sales. So they were flooding the market, but no repair. They were junking. If you had to repair, you pay huge because you have to take terminals to UK. UK is the headquarters of them, very fun. It wasn't funny. So they buy when it gets, so they didn't have. So I decided first I need to solve that problem. So I got the buy-in of my company in UK, very fun, and I partnered with InterSwitch, iTex, and iTex. So they were the tops, fintech as at then. And I got approval. We sent a team to UK. We trained them on repairs of terminal. They came in, we worked with them, and they set up the first international repair center in Nigeria. So the moment I profiled that solution, I now went to the banks because they were the ones that can, that buys, but they don't buy directly from me. So I partnered with the three strongest PTSP we had then, because the law says, the policy is that banks, they buy terminals from PTS licensed PTSP. PTSP is our payment terminal service providers. So I partnered with the three best in the industry. So they became my workers. They became my forefronters. But I first had built a good relationship with the bank, introduced my product, and told them what is in it. I'm now in Nigeria, so your problem will be easily solved. When I want to build, I want the best. I don't go in between. You give me the best or nothing. And within 3 months, the product was out. So very full with parks. There were 3 POS terminals that was approved by Syria. That was Parks, Verifone, and Ingenico. Yes. So Verifone was the first, along with Parks, to come up with terminal POS that uses 2 SIM card. And I went to the banks. I said, I have it. Now the back end, I also needed to understand the back end integrity of it. So I worked with iTex, the MDNS who did it, and said, how do we swap this? I want when one is down, automatically reset it. And he was able to achieve that. Today we have roaming SIM. Today we have Wi-Fi. So you see, it keeps evolving. But at that point in time, the problem was solved, and that was it. These are basically what are the achievements that I did, working with them, and there were lots of sales. I didn't stop in Nigeria. I opened Verifone to Ghana, Zimbabwe, and Sierra Leone, and I had in all these places 100%. Ghana 80% market share, Zimbabwe 100%, Nigeria had 60% market share for the 7 years that I worked until it became like a model. I'm not going to end, selling hardware. There's more to this business. And I started looking at the software, the application aspect of it. So I joined them Express Payments as their Chief Growth Officer, a new company, just started. And I was exposed to other aspects of e-payment. It's no longer just POS. So we talk about the value-added aspect of it, talk about the web, talk about the mobile aspect of I worked with Express Payment. We started from the scratch. I learned about switching, which is another aspect. The processors, who are the processors, who are the switch, what is unique. Express Payment was the first to come up with what they call secret PIN. You can have 2 PIN numbers. Yes, we were the first. So I always ask the product team, if you're going to come up with a product, come up with something that is different. I don't want to do exactly what others are doing. Flutterwave killed the industry when they came in. They came with self-onboarding. You don't have to manually they take form to you. Self, wherever you are, onboard yourself and business, starts. There's the liberation of, what they call digitalized value-added service. People who stay in your room, you can make payments. That's the bet of it. Flutterwave pays tax and all whatnot. My interest in life has always been to fix problems. And then the shareholders come in. Like, you want to start a software company in Nigeria, being owned by Cyberbyte in UK, and would like you to run it for us. I said, oh, look, this is a little bit like different from, what, if you do. Again, I hear it, Jackie, you can fix it, And this will be the first time I'm starting a company from the scratch. So I've worked in companies that have already been established, workforce have been put in place and all whatnot. So I discussed with my family and I told them I would like to. It's another big challenge, but I would like to take it. I resigned, but in a very good note, explaining that, look, I want to do something. This is totally different. So they send me off, went in a good way, and here I was, Cyberbyte.